comedy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, comedy is the most important thing sometimes in my life. And I think it's a pretty important thing in this person's life too, because he was one of the founders of Manhattan Punchline off-Broadway theater quite
Thank
a few
you.
years back. Was that?
I said thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Just being polite. My parents wanted me to be a polite boy, and they got one.
He's Jewish. Do we not look like brothers from another mother? I'm telling you. You reach a certain age, every Jew looks the same. But he's also, speaking of comedy, an expert in screenwriting and punching up people's screenplays to make them better and funnier. As a matter of fact, are you going to be doing one of those courses soon?
We are starting a course called Write Your Comedy Screenplay. You take an idea and we expand it and work on it until you end up with a workable treatment that can then go to script. But before we talk about me, let's not talk about me. I just wanted to thank you because this is a big moment, a big day for you. So I wanted to say happy birthday. No, okay, I got that wrong. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, happy anniversary.
Okay, yes.
No. Okay, wait a second. I know this. Happy grand launch of your new chicken restaurant.
Thank you.
Something, or was it your 1,000th podcast?
It took 4 times. I know with the chicken thing you were winging it. Comedy. But no, thank you, Steve Kaplan. I mean, I really that's very cool. And congratulations to your years doing script. Now, have you been writing screenplays too, or you're basically there to punch up everybody else's at this point?
No, I started out as a director, and then because I was fascinated with comedy, I started this theater company, and I started teaching people how to write comedy and how to perform comedy. And along the way, people said, "Could you help me with my screenplay?" And I said, "Well, I'm not a screenwriter, but I do know stuff about comedy." And so that's then turned into a whole side business. So yes, we work with writers, we work with producers, we work with studios, and just trying to work on people's screenplays as well as teaching these courses.
So can I ask, what is the toughest thing? Because now when young people think of comedy, it's like 45 seconds on a phone, and it's punchline or a stand-up comedian doing a couple of, and how do you tell anybody this is how you keep something good and funny for an hour and 40 minutes?
Well, you can make almost anything funny for 45 seconds. You can make a lot of things funny for about 2 minutes. You can make a bunch of things funny for 4 minutes. Just ask anybody on SNL. On 5 minutes, not so much. But if you're going to make something funny for a half hour or an hour or 2 hours, you got to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth about yourself, tell the truth about the people that you know. I was working with a screenwriter today, somebody who's just starting out, and they wrote basically a screenplay that is a play on Airplane. And I said, here's the problem with writing something in the style of Airplane.
Mhm.
You're only as good as your last joke. Now, those guys had 10 years of performing and writing video comedy. And so they had a lot of experience before they created Airplane. They just didn't just sit down and write Airplane one day. But if you're writing a parody movie or a movie that's like Naked Gun, you're basically only as good as the IP that you're parodying or your last joke. And for instance, Airplane, very funny. Naked Gun, very funny. Scary Movie 4, not so much. Because, if you're only going to be putting up joke structures and no characters, then if the joke doesn't work and there's no story there and there's no character there, you don't have a lot going for yourself. So the basic problem with young writers is they're trying to be funny, whereas
Yeah.
they really should just basically be trying to be truthful.
Yeah. No, there goes my sorrow in the pity spoof. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But anyway, there's no sorrow, no pity. There's only joy and delight in having Steve Kaplan, excuse me, back in the Daybird. Thank you for the kind words.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you. And you too.